Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Melon here, man. 122 pounds and 25, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Hey, this is the 989 Assassin, Jermaine Franklin Jr. Shout out to Goodfellas TV.
Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio, 140, and you watching Goodfellas TV.
All right, then. We back. Halfway set up. Had to get this out the way. A lot of lies being told out there. A lot of hypocrisy. A lot of it is race driven on all sides. Some jealousy in there. Usually when you see this pop up, you see a lot of boxers, a lot of black boxers and aficionados have a lot to say when these conversations come up. When it's a brother, you know, they have a lot to say. But like I said before, in this situation, you ain't heard from quite a few people. You ain't heard from quite a few people in this situation, but we're going to cook for a little bit on this, and I'm explaining ostarine real fast. I'm explaining this ostarine thing real fast, so bear with me as I set up. But yeah, man, let's get this popping. Here we go. And so before we go any further, what you have to realize too, when they will say, well, you know, it's not a lot of ostarine. Damn, I posted a video that wasn't even supposed to go up today. That water video. Well, y'all can have it. Shit. That wasn't supposed to go up today, but so be it. Let me check my triggers. Yeah, give me a minute. Fix this. But yeah. When people say, well, he got a low dosage of ostarine in his system, so that shouldn't matter. Dude, that's a lie. Once again, that's somebody who's ignorant to the situation, who doesn't know nothing. You know, if Ryan knew he was drug testing, why would he normally take ostarine, right? Because he knew that he can take Vada and get away with it. Now that might sound strange for some people. He knew he took Vada, he can get away with it. So you know, when you dealing with performance enhancing drugs, you know they come with instructions. They tell you how to cycle off of them. If you get caught, say you took this. This is how you do it. So them saying the whole thing of he's on, you know, he only had a little bit in his system. All that means, even the inclusive test for the other one with the N-word, nodulaline, all that means is he didn't flush or cycle off or follow the instructions to not get caught within his system. It don't have, like, you don't have to catch it in a system for them to benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be in your system. The benefit's already done. If it's cutting away, you know, if it's getting bigger and stronger for a competition, if it's to punch harder, if it's to train harder, guess what? We made it to the fight date. You know, so just because you stop using it for a week or two or a few days, don't mean you still don't reap the benefits of it. Now, it may be 4, 5, 6 weeks before you see an actual difference in your performance or whatever that may be. Bodybuilding, track and field, hooping, playing football. It'll be a minute before you have an issue with performance. You know? So basically, for people who don't really understand, just because they found a little bit in his system, that don't mean that he didn't have enough to compete. All that basically means is that he didn't cycle off the drugs good enough, or he didn't use the IV good enough. We wouldn't even have had the IV story had he not admitted to using an IV. Now you can use an IV before a fight as long as the commission and the other the other opposition said it's okay. So hold on. So, give me a minute. Hold on. Here we go, right here. So hold on. So 1 second. So here we go. Let's see if this is what I was looking for. So check this out. So is it prohibited for athletes to use IV infusions to rehydrate in recovery? So it says disclaimers content is not being updated. It's only current as a publication date. This is March 5th, 2014. I'm pretty sure nothing changed since then. He said, we've seen an increase in inquiries USADA about the use of intravenous and IV infusions for the purpose of would like to assist athletes and medical personnel by offering education. In accordance to WADA, which you got to understand, look here, when people try to say WADA, like WADA is its own separate entity, all of them answer to WADA. USADA and VADA are under the WADA umbrella. Y'all do know that. WADA is the rule. It's the standard. It says all IV infusions or injections more than 100 milliliters, 6.8 tablespoons per 12-hour period are prohibited, except for those legitimately receiving in the course of medical admission, surgical procedure, or clinical investigation. IV infusions or injections more than 100 milliliters per 12-hour period are prohibited at all times, both in and out of competition, unless the athlete has applied for a granted therapeutic exemption, a TUE, under the applicable anti-doping rules. Further, prohibited substance that administers intravenously or via injection, therapeutic use, TUE, is necessary for substance regardless. Some reports that the administration of IV, including dietary supplements, vitamin cocktails, and are provided to athletes for recuperation, recovery, and lifestyle reasons. The medical practice is prohibited at all times without therapeutic use of exemption. 2. WADA has justified the inclusion of IV infusions in prohibited list given. This is not really what I was looking for, but give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. I thought this was the original original article. Hold on. Let's see. That's not what I was looking for. Let's see. Here we go. So an IV infusion or injection over 100 milliliters, we said how many tablespoons that was, for 3 reasons. The reason why it's prohibited, they can be used to mask the use of prohibited banned substances. They can distort the values of the athlete's biological passport, ABP, and they can enhance athletic performance by increasing plasma volume levels. So at the end of the day, okay, he offered the information about using an IV. All that I'm pretty sure I'm willing to bet. Only thing that actually happened here, I'm telling y'all, when y'all take certain performance enhancing drugs, you don't want to get caught, or if you just want to do them, safest way possible, you have to follow the instructions very carefully, because especially if you're trying to go undetected, so one slip up, as far as you not drinking this or you missing this window, you got to hit all your windows exactly so this won't happen. All this meant was Ryan Garcia did something wrong. That's all this meant. Like, he didn't flush it out completely. But just you be like, well, he flushed it. You be like, well, then all the pets gone and he don't reap the benefits. The benefits are already there. He's done. Just because it's not in your system at the point don't mean you still ain't reap the benefits. So, like I continue to tell y'all, man, y'all got to do your homework on this type of stuff. They use weed. And don't forget, Keyshawn Davis got a win taken away for smoking weed. Think about that for a minute. He got a win taken away for smoking weed. And here he is talking shit about Devin Haney. It's crazy. So yeah, he offered the information that he used an IV. That can flush stuff in your system, that can illegally help you hydrate. You get an athletic, obviously ABP, what think they called it. Performance boost. Kobe salute. He says crazy how people backing a cheater and making excuses. We just gotta understand this. It's a dick pulling contest. It's about who is the popular guy, the guy we don't like. At the end of the day, they said, well, it was only a little bit. It's only a little bit. It's only a little bit. No, that really tells you that people don't know what they're talking about. It's only a little bit. It's only a little bit. Like, the only reason it's only a little bit is because he properly didn't cycle or mask or flush out the performance-enhancing drugs. And he got caught. That's why. That's why. It's as simple. It's no more than that. He did not follow the protocol. And when you miss the window, or if you don't do exactly to tell you how to do it, this is why you get popped. It's exactly how you get popped. Exactly how. So, like I continue to tell y'all, bro, y'all listen to people who have no idea. Oh, it's just a little bit. That they can. No. He did not follow the proper protocols to mask or flush that out of his system. That's why they found what they find. That's why we start talking about the other drug he popped out for. That's why. Oh, it was just an abrasion or a little blip. Nah. That brother did not cycle off these pairs the way he should have. He did not cycle off properly. So when people are sitting there using this, oh, this ain't enough to help him, that's not what that represents. What that truly represents is that he just didn't get it out of his ass soon enough. And trust me, I noticed if you don't do certain things the proper way, when you're dealing with this type of science right here, you're going to get caught. I don't know if he missed a eating window. He's supposed to eat or take a flush or whatever he did. They didn't do the IV the right way, whatever it may be. This is information that he offered. It's funny how people were saying, well, Keyshawn was trying to mask with marijuana. Right? This dude literally using an IV prohibited, right? Why was he using the IV? Now we know why he was using the IV, because he was flushing that shit out his ass. One honor salute. What I mean is that was the leaked into his bloodstream. I don't know what you're talking about. J Cash salute. Some Devin Haney, I say fuck boxing. You can't win for losing. King E salute. Jay Hardaway salute. Long time no see. Pound for pound. Sports entertainment. She's out to him. He said, CJ, these guys don't even care when you explain it. And it is what it is, but I'm going to put it out there, for people can learn something. He said it was nodule. I can't pronounce that shit. Nodulaline and Lonnie. The other pets, the shit Fury got popped for. And like I continue to tell y'all, Fury did the same thing. He started pleading with his pleading for insanity. So next time you kind of hear that and say that there wasn't enough in his bloodstream, this is a little bit. No, it just mean that he missed the window to get it out of there. And you have to do these things to the T. When you're dealing with this type of stuff, I said on one of my videos about, back in the day, I don't know if they still do it, bodybuilders used to drink sugar water during a workout. I never learned how to do it. But it's a certain window when you're supposed to drink the sugar water in a workout, when you drink it, and it boosts your metabolism. When you can continue to burn fat faster, better and faster. At some point, you use weight, you lose weight, if you're trying to cut whatever, and you hit a wall. A lot of times they tell you that you should actually eat something that you're usually something bad or fatty, or maybe a carb like a potato or something like that you usually don't eat. That way it can boost your metabolism. It's the same train of thought when I was kind of talking about the bodybuilder. So when you miss those windows and you don't do everything, when you don't do everything to the T, you get caught. And another thing they do when they offer you the drugs is they say, okay, like Billy Joe Saunders, you get popped. Say you took this nasal spray. you know, and you say you take the nasal spray, and you know, at the end of the day, you got to sleep with yourself. But to cover this part, WADA is the standard. It's the rule. It's the gold rule. USADA, WADA, and anybody that's in the Olympic style drug testing, they're under WADA makes the in and out of competition rules. So there you have it. They make the rules. So, but yeah, just to tell people that where they said well, it wasn't enough to do nothing. No, that just let you know that he just didn't cycle off of it or flush it out the correct way. And I wouldn't be surprised if they was telling these guys when they was coming, like it's really a dirty game. It's really a dirty game. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all, I don't know if y'all believe me or not when I say it's been a lot of guys that popped tight in this industry and they swept it under the rug and they made the other fighter sign a non-disclosure agreement and gave him a couple $. I promise you that's happened. So this is something I so happen to know about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that, oh man, you read something or you did the research. No. You know, I worked out next to a lot of guys that competed, guys that did long bids. I worked out with guys that was in the NFL. That's how I learned about like side to side strength. What is it called? Latitude strength, whatever. I forget what the hell he called it. You know, I was training with a brother with the combine. He showed me this trick with these dumbbells. Like most people are you know, straight up and down strong, like push, but there's a certain strength where you're strong from left to right. Anybody that work out, they know what I'm talking about. You strong from left to right. He said, Shakur feeling them Tank fanboys, bro, gonna have to stay down like Crawford. Casuals don't learn 22 and 4 PBC losing. My thing is this, about, you know, him going through, it don't even matter if he beat Tank Davis' ass. They're not gonna give him credit. So y'all looking for validation from people that you can't validate. You can't get validation from. So even if you show somebody getting their favorite fighter losing, a guy they lose in the ring, they're gonna just make an excuse. But I guarantee you that energy wouldn't be the same if you seen them in person. I'm gonna call you Sai. Shout out to Sai, bro. You know, he laughing, but he said he didn't have enough time to flush that shit. Yeah, he missed the window. Truly Israel. He said, salute. I'm thinking to myself, this fool doing all this stuff on social media slipped up on the cycle. This is only the beginning of karma. Yep. And all karma is not televised. I appreciate you in the super chat.
Come by after work. I got the John Blaze shit for you.
Yeah, when you miss those windows, it's over with. When you miss those windows, it's over with. So that's what you got to remember. When you miss those windows, it becomes an issue, bro. And I was just telling you guys a story about the sugar water. You can't miss those windows. You can't miss those. When you miss those windows, it's over with. You're going to get caught. Even if you want to chill your hair, your chinny, see, you know, but a lot of people don't really understand it. Like, put it to you this way. If you took a drug that say you made you lose weight, you lost enough weight off this drug, right? Back when was that product that was real potent. They took the main ingredient. It was hydroxycut. It used to be real potent back in the day, but they took the main ingredient out. I forget what it was, if they named it. And the weight is lost. So you stop taking the drug, you flush it out your system so you can go step on the scale and compete in the weight loss competition. Does that mean once that drug is clear your system that you didn't cut from 300 to 200 pounds? That means as soon as that drug is clear your system, you're going back to 300 pounds? No. Not immediately. Not immediately. So think of it that way. Okay, I lost the weight and I stopped taking the pill, and I can wake up tomorrow, I'm going to wake up like the nutty professor. I don't even see you, bro, on this. I don't see you. He said lateral strength. I'll be working on it too. Yeah. I also happen to meet a good brother that trained in the combine. You know, I met a brother back in the day. He played for the Green Bay Packers. His name started with a K. Forget his name. I done worked out with dudes that did it all natural. That did 20-year bids, bro.
I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies.
Hey, send that to Tom. Tell him it's from me. Yeah, send the link to him.
Send it to him?
Yeah, send it to him. Tell him it's from me. So yeah, so when we start talking about this type of stuff, I know it. I used to wear the rings, the Men's Fitness magazine and shit. I was good on that shit when they said fuck with your dick. I was good.
Someone call 911.
You said you was good when it was what?
And they told you that fuck with your dick. I was good on pads. Nah, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah, facts. We learned that from when we was what kids, teenagers.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that
Garcia
don't sound like
that.
that.
In jail. He said,
but don't you think it's weird, CJ? That I think what I think he was doing to try to mask it too, the alcohol. Because remember, he was drinking a lot too.
Yeah, could have been. He said, I used to power lift. I would lose natural weights of peanut butter, oatmeal. But yeah, the whole thing about them power lifters that cheat is about the recovery. So they took pads, for muscle growth, but also recovery. Recovery is muscle growth because all you're doing is tearing down the muscle. So whatever you put in your body is to repair the muscle and make it grow back bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it's for. Most of these guys use performance-enhancing drugs to recover. That way I can run that extra mile without a knee injury. That way I can lift these weights and hit the bag without an elbow soreness. So you wake up feeling like a new man every morning instead of waking up. Remember you used to go skating back in the day? You used to wake up sore as hell from skating? You don't have that much soreness with most performance-enhancing drugs. You can push your body past the limits and train as hard as you want to and be in great condition. Blood flow to the muscle is another thing. Things that increase blood flow to the muscle. I was listening to Victor Conte, the interview on the Boxer Voice quite some time ago, and they were talking about Mexicans naturally have better blood flow than everybody else. So that means their conditioning is naturally better by trade. They're naturally better conditioned genetically. So their blood flow it flows, so they got they're better conditioned. And he says black people naturally have higher testosterone than everybody else. So if y'all didn't know, it's no real true. It's not a real. I think they just started it, but it's not a real anatomy. What is this? How you say it? Anatomy. It's not real good. No, anatomy book on a black body. They just started an anatomy book on black people. See, you will see, they'll say, well, black people got the highest in diabetes and the highest in blood sugar, but you see as many fat and out of shape white people
and those are tricky statistics. Those are just tricky statistics to make it look like we, And
then at the end of the day, but there's not a book on how to medically diagnose black people. So a lot of times when they're medically trying to help you in America, they don't medically help you to cure the disease. That's not what they do.
It's just to pacify it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't get to the root cause of it. So so when we start talking about that type of stuff and all that, they don't know nothing. They don't know a lot of things about the black body. Yeah, they don't know a lot of things about the black body, bro. So they don't know a lot of things about the black body. So, for all they know, they can be poisoning us. That's like you treating a human body like a dog's body like a human body.
Yeah, exactly. We
said that shit was called Fin back in the day, basically meth, power lifter, salute Johnson. So, yeah, you got to understand all of that, bro. All of that. He said facts recovery is everything. A lot of people that take performance enhancing drugs, they don't take days off. Yeah, they don't have to.
That's the reason why they're taking them in the first place.
And I want to say this, man. I don't cover deaths anymore on this channel, but rest in peace to the young brother Fulio. I know he was
from Florida.
That's
so sad. That was sad.
On your 26th birthday,
you lose your life.
And they did that they don't care no more, man.
They did that shit on purpose. Care. Ain't no code out here.
There's
no type of code in this society no more.
Yeah, they don't care anymore. And that is what it is. They got it, bro. Yeah. I mean, he said we have the hardest bones. And when you lift weights, you can turn a black screen on too, Tom. Just hit the stop video button. But when we take you can actually lifting weights actually strengthen your muscles as well too. So yep.
And listen, for black people, because CJ said there is no there's no diagram, there's no book on how to treat.
They just started one.
They just started one.
Milk
dairy does not strengthen your bones. It does not cure osteoporosis. Actually, it fucking makes that shit brittle as fuck. And so does fluoride. So
fluoride is what fluoride is what they use to send the Jews to the upper room.
Yes, they was, and guess what? That's in all of our water right now.
Not even just your water, your toothpaste, your mouthwash. And also too, for a lot of those who struggle with blood flow throughout the body, especially downstairs, the fluoride in the mouthwash actually it kills your nitric oxide, so it kills the ability to get blood to the muscles.
See,
that's what nitric oxide is.
So when your teeth get brittle, when your bones can't hold up with your muscle structure, or you having these ailments where your body not processing all these things, is because you fucking with the fluoride, and the dairy is fucking with you too. It might be something good for Caucasian people, but when it comes to us, it don't. It's not good for us.
Yep.
It naturally don't work.
Find me a white man and lie to him right now.
Yes, sir. I don't know where town went.
I think he probably having a little trouble. He figured it out. I seen Urban Politician when he wanted to jump on. I don't know if he's free right now. He can jump on.
Urban Politicians is here too?
Nah, I sent the one he wanted to jump on yesterday. I was a little bit busy.
He was
man,
it was his video that I watched about the young man.
Oh yeah.
Somebody didn't believe me that we did a show with him, a live with him. Before they was like, you ain't never been on what you call. I'm like, what are you talking about? We had a whole conversation about hip hop.
Yeah, I knew of him, man, when he had less subs than me. So I found the channel. Yeah. He just blew up. I should have kept doing what the fuck he was doing. I kept riding the Tekashi 9 wave. Kept riding that shit. I should have kept doing that shit, but it's a passion.
You had a little.
Your
most popular video. Oh, I just hit town, and here you go. All right.
He said,
"Town, can you hear us?"
You got to figure out the controls. I never did this on the phone, so I can't even tell you how to do
this. Shit is in Spanish.
You got it.
We hear you. Leave it in Spanish. Hablo español. Hablo English.
Tango El Gato Los Pantalones.
Les Pantalones. CJ, what movie is that? CJ?
Shit, I don't even know, to be honest. What movie
Blue
was it?
Street.
I just was watching that shit. With Dave Chappelle and shit. Yeah,
he said, remember he was like, he said, show him the move. Show him the move. He said, I'm the bad jammer. He said, I ripped your tongue out.
I want to see that time. I want to see that Tom Hardy video. That's the movie, the bike riders and shit. That was pretty good. Hell of an actor.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah, Tom Hardy. Hell of an actor. Play Venom.
He's a switch hitter, but whatever.
What?
You ain't know that?
We's moving, Mr. Boss Man.
You ain't know that? I told you. Town, remember I told you about Tom Hardy?
Allegedly.
Okay.
He said, "I'm just."
I'll find the article for you. I'll send it.
I don't even want to see it. Don't ruin it for me. He said,
save it. Save it. We good.
He said, "Yeah, if he was Mexican, then maybe I'll say something." Oh yeah, oh, that's Toomba. How Toomba get a link? How you get a link, nigga?
Because you put this shit in the regular.
You got it in the Discord.
You put it in the regular.
Get your ass out. Sorry, man, I'm talking shit.
Oh man.
You can stay. You can stay. I'm just talking shit. We got the upgraded version. We got like 30 people on here. Angel Reed served CC today. Well, how y'all victory lap? Shout out to her. It's 20 and 16 or some shit like that.
Yeah, she
first rookie to average. First rookie to average a double-double. 25-16.
Candace Parker average a double-double?
Nope.
Another switch hitter.
Yeah, switch hitter. Yeah.
Nah, she switched up to the other side. She will die.
Yeah, she like the white women.
Yeah, she'll die for the pussy.
That's my bitch, nigga. Oh, God for that pussy.
She's still getting served by Nathan's Hot Dogs Company. I'm willing to bet that.
Probably.
She's still. She might still be on the glizzies.
Might be. They all on the glizzies.
They all on it, man.
What's the boy name that win a hot dog eating contest every year?
Jesus Christ.
What's his nigga
The
name?
dude from the Asian dude from Brooklyn.
No, the white guy.
The white guy. What's the white guy name?
Well,
I
it was the Asian
don't
dude
know
that
his name, and I don't want to know his name because it's right.
Yeah, we don't. Hey, after seeing them, I just don't do glizzies no more. Just the way, man.
Wait, when you go to the cookout town, you ain't running to the grill for no glizzies.
Like every once in a while, but after seeing the hot dog contest, you just like, damn.
Well, you ain't eating it the same way they eating it.
No, you should.
Different outlook on life and shit. Where you just see,
listen,
wow.
Everybody if I'm at a cookout and I see anybody go near a glizzy, you gonna catch hell. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
I don't even eat that shit no more. So, and turkey hot dogs don't taste like the fake shit. If that make any sense. We don't even know what's in hot dog meat, but like I was explaining about the ostarine being in his ass. All that told you, it's this a little bit of limit. No, all that basically told you was that he didn't flush it out the right way. Now, Teofimo Lopez says, shut up or rematch him. My thing is this, you still bitching and complaining about the Cambosos.
Didn't he have a hole in his lung? This is what I don't get about that motherfucker, right? We all know that T.O. got a fight coming up. Who cares what date it is? Because I really don't remember, and I refuse to go. You could ask Town. You just trying to get whatever type of attention you could get on your little lame ass fight. You still can't pack out no arena whatsoever.
Who is he fighting?
Exactly. So exactly. Who is he fighting?
He fighting dude that work at Shoe Palace.
Okay, so now all y'all's listening.
Hey, Shoe Palace dude might win.
Two more right here, Town. Remember when we went to remember when we was covering T.O. fight in the big room at the Garden? Was that shit packed out, or was that? How did that shit look?
Man, it might have been barely 5,000 people there, and I'm being generous by saying 5.
That was the most underwhelming fight I've ever been to in my life, and I ain't gonna lie, I got them tickets on a discount. I paid $60 for 2 tickets. I was on the floor.
He can't sell no tickets. He can't sell no tickets whatsoever.
60 combined or 60 a pop?
60 combined.
That's
30
hilarious.
apiece. 30
he
apiece
has no
when he robbed Sandor Martin, yeah, he lost. When he robbed Sandor Martin, them shits was $30 a piece. And he was in his hometown in New York. Nobody was there. Not a fucking soul. And this jackass got the nerve to go. He always got something to say about some black fighter.
And a guy that he refused to fight. Let's just talk about that.
A guy he refused to fight. Oh, yeah, so let's talk about when Keyshawn Davis, last February, ran up to him and pressed him, and he ran away. Ran. I walked up to Keyshawn and said, oh, there go T.O. right there. He beelined it right to him. Went to go say something to him, and before he could even get to, Keyshawn could get to him, he was like 2 feet away. He ran into the back. Literally ran into the back. Handed his son off, and ran into the back. Fucking coward. Get the fuck out of here.
Juicy, I bet the guy T.O. fighting is going to will give him problems. He got more hoes in his game than Devin. I mean, T.O. really lost his last fight, a lot of people thought. I thought he lost.
To Jermaine Ortiz?
Man, he lost to Jermaine Ortiz. Man, everybody thought he lost that fight. I was there. There wasn't nobody that thought that he really won that fight except for a few people. Many observers, I was there. They thought that Ortiz won that fight. A lot of people thought Ortiz did enough to beat Lomachenko. So, I mean, Ortiz is just a dude that always get the short end of the stick. But, yeah, Teofimo should have 3 losses.
How many people was in that arena, Town?
7.
Probably about the same amount of people that was at Kendrick Lamar's video shoot yesterday, about 3,000 people.
Okay, so the fact that he can't move no goddamn tickets. Why he ain't getting threatened to be dropped? Town, I don't hear Bob talking crazy about his ass.
No, he said boxing Shigo saying Devin Haney is snitching out for trying to go to. How you a snitch and you a law-abiding citizen for one?
Bro, that dude done became exactly what he said his channel was made to stop. Like that old media, he done became exactly what he said he was trying to stop.
My thing is, I'm a law-abiding citizen and I'm snitching. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Somebody cheated me and I'm snitching.
Wait a minute. First of all, this ain't the streets, man. Ain't nobody talk. Who moving bricks? Who moving weight? Are we talking about boxing or are we talking about the streets? Because last time I checked, it's a total difference. What? See, that's the thing. Yeah. This is the problem with these young niggas. They don't know the difference between the streets and then boxing. 40, dog. Devin Haney is a law-abiding citizen. You can't win for losing. First, they were saying he was trying to act street, but then he do his due diligence and do it the right way by taking it through the courts. Now he a snitch. This is what's wrong with these internet niggas, man.
Yeah, snitching don't apply to regular people.
And what is he?
Let's talk about some of them media members who snitch on other media members in the press room. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, trust me, because I done heard about one last week at the Tank fight, and I'm very disgusted.
It figures. I mean, I told you what happened with Fred and Mike Coppinger when Fred basically had cleared the whole room when he said that stupid shit to Mike Coppinger. He basically was trying to take everybody down with him. He went full-fledged Nino Brown. He was like, it's bigger than Fred Hawthorne. You know, he's like, I'm taking everybody down. He just started self-destructing right before our eyes and shit. But like media people be doing that shit. So I'm there, and Kobe is there, so he knows what goes on. It's kind of weird. It'd be kind of weird when you do them fights sometimes, you know. So and it's politics even with the media stuff too. Like they'll sit up there certain fights, they'll tell you they don't got a spot for you. And then you'll see some motherfucker that's in there. You go to their channel, they got 200 subscribers to your 20,000. You like, wait a minute, and they'll tell you you need a certain amount of subscribers. So it's politics and everything and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me how people be trying to roll each other over and shit. Because I know what happens. I done seen a lot of that stuff.
Yep, and you know, like I said, continue to say about Teofimo Lopez.
That's a great name. We're gonna keep calling him that.
Teofimo Lopez. I just think just to the point where like they did everything to promote him, but he's not marketable.
He's not.
And then also imagine if Devin Haney or Earl Spence said what he said about the rainbow fucking community. Hold on.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere.
Imagine what he said about the rainbow community after his fight. Imagine if a black fighter said that.
But or this. Imagine a black fighter went out and said, "Oh, all y'all want to do is promote Mexicans."
And nobody said nothing.
Nobody batted a goddamn eye. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know. I don't even know if Town knows this because he wasn't there. Teofimo Lopez, when it comes to, I don't know when it comes to the other, but there's brothers that you and me know, CJ, that have been on this show. They're from my region that have said he's on a no-fly zone with us. He's not getting covered by any of us no more until he come out and apologize. And I haven't seen any of them give him any type of coverage whatsoever.
Well, Teofimo Lopez, he suffered from the same disease a lot of culture vultures have. It's called penis envy. So, you know, at the same time, he hates something that he can't be. You know, this dude tries to sneak diss black people like most cultures do. But at the same time, they love our shit. And it's kind of funny that you try to diss people, but then you want to emulate people at the same time. They will never have the coolness and the swagger and the ability to wing shit like we do. Like I said, without black people, you don't have no earth. We were the first ones here, and we gonna be the last ones here. Like I said, everything revolves around what we do. So at the end of the day, it's funny how people try to talk shit about us, but at the end of the day, we taught those nasty ass, you know what I'm saying, you know, dog smelling motherfuckers, Western civilization. We We taught them how to clean themselves off. We taught them like maintain. We taught the women how to maintain themselves when they go on their period. So we taught people a lot of different things, and we actually taught people indoor plumbing.
We also taught them, Town, no, it's not okay to sleep with your son or your cousin. You can't do that. That's not, or your dog. That's not good.
Well, I mean, if you go to West Virginia and you go to the deep South, like the nasty part of Georgia, why you think those kids call they uncle daddy and shit? Because they the uncle and brother at the same time and shit. So I mean, that's common out there. So
he said T.O. should have got the red pill before he knocked up the flight attendant. That's when he started going crazy for real.
Yeah, no,
first little piece of ass, and this nigga went to go marry.
And it wasn't even that. I feel like it was prior to that. He thought that he thought stardom came with beating Lomachenko and getting this fake undisputed title that he claims that he is. And to be honest, we gonna cook on this real quick. Lomachenko is a nobody when it comes to
moving the needle.
When it comes to moving the needle as an athlete, he's a legend when it comes to his following is an internet. He has a cult internet following when it comes to his amateur record. Let's be very clear.
And it don't translate to money neither.
The greatest amateur boxer is not Lomachenko. It's Mark Breland. Look up their records. One, let's just settle that right now. Mark Breland is the greatest amateur boxer. Two, Lomachenko lost that. T.O. did not beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko beat himself. So the fact that you didn't knock this guy out, you just beat him, and it was a lackluster fight, to be honest. The only reason why people was watching is because we was in the middle of a pandemic. We didn't have shit to do. Let's be honest. And I didn't even watch the fight because I still went to a party. So people watched that fight because they didn't have shit to do. So I don't know where he thought this superstardom was going to come from. He wanted to be Tank so bad. You can't be Tank. He wanted to be Devin so bad. You can't even be Devin. He don't got the. He has the
can't even be Shakur.
He got the charisma of a fucking carrot. He don't got it. You don't got the sauce, my man. You're not even Shakur. You ain't do shit in the Olympics. So just find his place.
And people still.
He needs to find his place and fall the fucking line.
Because he should just go back to being a sanitation worker. That garbage man money pay good, man. He should go back to being.
Hold on, Tom. I don't give a fuck how many fucking backflips you do on Heisman Trophy night. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. You ain't beat nobody. What you think? Because you beat a Josh Taylor who told me on Town's channel that he wasn't taking 140 serious and he was drawn down? You think because you beat him when he was weight drained, you did something? Don't nobody give a fuck about that. Nobody cares about that win, bro. You ain't beat Josh Taylor that beat Regis Prograis, 5 years ago? You ain't beat that guy. You ain't even beat the guy that beat Jose Ramirez. You beat a dude who came off of a 1.5 year layoff. Get the fuck out of here.
I ain't gonna hold you. You going too hard on Theo. He got one of the best resumes. Like, if we're gonna be honest.
What resume? Name me 5 fighters that he fought.
I can say that. I can say that about Shakur. I can say that about Shakur and Devin.
You can say that. Well, hold on. You can say that about Shakur.
I can say that about Shakur and Devin.
I'll tell you this about Shakur. Guess what? Tank. He has 2 lineal championships. Tank ain't fought a soul.
Okay, no, but you're talking. No, we're talking about Theo though.
I'm not talking about who fought. I'm not talking about who he fought. I'm talking about he think he got the sauce and he deserve all this attention. He don't deserve nothing. He don't deserve shit.
His best wins are questionable. His best wins are questionable wins though, versus Jermaine Ortiz and Martin, because most people thought he lost that fight.
But that's not his best win.
What's his best win?
His best one was the Loma fight.
That's questionable.
And people say Loma had a.
Wait, so time out. Why does Devin Haney have to rematch Lomachenko and Teofimo didn't? He ran off the fight George Camposo.
Loma didn't throw punches for 6 rounds. Literally.
He didn't do the same thing with Devin.
Yeah, he did. He started throwing it at round 4.
At round what?
Bro.
So what happened round 1 to 2?
Told me out of his own mouth. Lomachenko told me out of his own mouth at the press conference that he didn't do enough. He didn't start early enough to win that fight. He kind of admitted to me when everybody came to me and said, "Damn, that's a good question." I was there.
Are you talking about against who? Devin or Tio?
Against Devin.
Okay, that's on him.
Lomachenko didn't beat Devin, man. Devin sent him to the hospital, man.
And then if you watch it back, a lot of his flurries was catching straight gloves. A lot of people refuse to watch that fight back though.
Reels, man.
No, I'm
Did you see
I'm talking about Tio? I'm talking about Tio when he had the 3 belts though. He had 3 belts. Loma when Devin fought him, Devin was undisputed.
No, but I'll say this about Tio. This is real talk. I do feel that Tio did go on a rally at the end of the fight where he looked like he was about to stop Lomachenko, and then the referee.
I gave him the win, but it was just very close. And to be honest, if Devin has to rematch Lomachenko, right? Like people were saying, then why didn't Tio have to rematch Lomachenko?
He took the belt. That's why.
Well, why didn't he? He didn't ask for he didn't ask to run it back against George Kambosos.
He didn't.
Remember he said he did. He said he damn near died.
Yeah, because he said like he had a hole in his lung or some shit.
Yeah, right.
It can boast some shit. I can boast some shit. I don't.
He beat him.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Ortiz be getting Lomachenko treatment. He said Debo Samuels is a clown on. Yeah, man, he about to get traded anyway.
Debo Samuels will go eat a dick too.
Yeah, you talking about the Debo Samuels that can't win the Super Bowl?
I mean, football's a team sport. Football's a team sport.
Hey, at the end of the day, you still play for the team that lost. Did you get it done?
How can you?
Don't they have Super Bowl MVPs for who played the best in the game? There you go,
Super Bowl MVP is for the quarterback. Like if we're going to order running back, but if we're going to be real, I really don't feel like it's worth paying any receiver or running back. I feel like they're all replaceable. You just got to get a good.
They definitely not.
Nah.
You only as good as your wide receiver.
I can replicate that. That's not true. I feel like with a good offensive coordinator and a good line and like a great quarterback, I could manufacture stats.
Well, Kansas City still had a great receiver with Travis Kelce, regardless of what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, Baltimore has some receivers and good running backs. I mean, everybody left had good receivers and running backs. 49ers, Detroit.
I said they're just replaceable.
You can't replace them. You can't replace them.
What you mean?
You can't replace all running backs. You can't replace them all.
Bro, you can.
Hey, ask the Titans. The Titans show can't replace Derrick Henry.
Come on,
so how bad they be every time he get hurt.
Take Jamar Chase and T. Higgins off the Bengals.
You saw how bad they was.
Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Every receiver is not replaceable. Like most I understand what you're saying. Most of them are, but I mean, we look at what Daniel Jones with and without Saquon Barkley. I rest my case.
Exactly. And then a lot of systems are built for their receivers.
But
for them to win, they win through their receivers.
Top QB is not a top QB though. I'm talking about.
He looked like one when he had Saquon Barkley. That's how he got paid. Huh? He looked like one. With Saquon Barkley, he looked like one.
Oh yeah, because they had to be honest. They had to stack the box so he could get easier reads.
Okay. If you put Devin Singletary back there, they still stacking the box? Nothing. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Hey, fuck. But I don't blame him for not paying him because look at Ezekiel Elliott. That nigga was killing the first 4 seasons.
That's cool. Look what Saquon gonna do over there in Philly.
But they got a better line though. They got a better line. So
I don't know. Kelsey retired.
No, and they still got some of the other. Who's that? They still got Swift and that other back.
Swift is gone to Chicago. Look, they got motherfucker, man. Look here, Barry Sanders ain't had the greatest line. Corey Dillon didn't have the greatest stuff in Cincinnati, but he still ran wild.
And they went
but at the end of the day, that wasn't his fault.
No, you're right. But I'm saying but I'm talking about like if I was like running a team, bro. This is my whole thing.
Don't do it. Look at what happened to the Giants. They invested all that money in Daniel Jones without Saquon. What happened?
Bro, Daniel Jones is not. Bro, Daniel Jones is not even.
But he looked like that guy.
He never looked like that to me. No, he never looked like that to me. Like
people thought he was dying.
To you, they was calling him another bit.
Who watches that football that actually thought, man, Daniel Jones is the guy for the New York Giants?
The Giants.
A lot of people saying he was the guy.
The Giants front office.
Bro, you just gotta.
They know more football than all of us.
They paid him. What are you talking about?
It don't matter. I mean, bro, he's still not a top 10 QB. Like,
it doesn't matter. They paid him. What are we saying?
Well, if you don't have a top 10 QB, why aren't you giving your running back who's making him flourish? Why aren't you keeping him?
Oh no, because they get injured too much. They already had an injury history coming into the league. Yeah.
Quarterbacks get injured too much, and you can't even.
Daniel Jones get injured almost every single year.
Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow get injured every fucking year.
Joe Burrow stay hurt.
Patrick Mahomes really stay hurt. He just be toughing it out. Hell yeah, you want him good at your way. You gotta understand, Matthew Stafford had 5 fucking Hall of Famers with him when he won the Super Bowl and still barely won that shit.
Exactly. Hey, I saw a post. Some former quarterback said Matthew Stafford should go to the Hall of Fame over Russell, and it's not even a close. Say, bro,
did he have does he have the second most?
Some former quarterback said Matthew Stafford should go to the Hall of Fame over Russell Wilson, and it's not even close.
It is what it is.
I don't know. Russell Wilson won a lot of games as a Seahawk. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, you know what that's about. He said, y'all think Devin taking a year off or should come back? You should never take time off unless you force to take time off.
I don't think Devin. I don't think it would serve Devin to take the time off. I did hear that rumor that you brought up, CJ. I did hear that was like what they was thinking about too.
That's kind of crazy. Technically, Ryan took 2 years off of the sport for mental health and getting suspended. That's actually crazy. And he's not even like 29. It's not.
He don't want to fight. He don't want to be a boxer.
He don't want. He don't. Yeah, I don't think he's.
No. We know that, but I'm just saying that's kind of crazy to start off your career.
Yeah, to start. You see, as a prospect, right?
Yeah, 2 years, no belt, no. But
we all know why. We know why he did that because they was trying to force him to fight certain people, and he was like, no.
He went for the big. He tried to cash himself out early with the Tank fight. That's crazy.
And what y'all think about guys like Deebo Samuels and guys?
He's a B-tier receiver.
A lot of black people talking against Devin Haney and saying he's still lost, and you can't.
You know what? Can I just speak on this real quick? Just Cook first. I had this issue. CJ done seen it live because this was around February, I think it was. I had this argument with Dr. Blake, Gemini Hoops. I don't know what it is about Devin, and I've had it with people outside of our little boxing sphere that we got. I don't know what it is about Devin Haney. I don't know if it's people have this man crush on Floyd Mayweather, or they're just super Tank fans, right? Because Shakur doesn't really get that type of support as is, so I can't even bring him into it. Those three factors, these niggas really despise Devin Haney for no reason. I don't know.
No, I can tell you.
Can I tell you what it is?
Hold on. No, wait, let me cook. Hold on. I don't know if it's because his father speaks up for him. I don't know if it's because he flaunts jewelry. I don't know if it's because he likes certain people's favorite Instagram model or dates them and claps their cheeks. I don't know what the fuck it is. As far as I'm concerned, prior to this bullshit that happened with him and Ryan, he was just being a professional boxer and handling his business. Even when he lost to Ryan, before this whole thing with the steroids came out, he put up a post and said he wanted to do it again, and he was getting flack for posting about it. Posting about him missing weight, which is cheating, by the way. And it was damn. You would think that this man went out and said to the black community, fuck y'all. You would think he went out and said that. The way that these people behave, it's almost like he public enemy number one. You would think that the way that he could. I don't even think he talks shit like that.
Can I tell you what I think it is?
What's good?
I think it's the same way people don't like Russell Wilson. He don't give off that street/hood nigga aura at all. So they just hate on him just to hate on him.
That's a good
because you know what I'm saying? People, even though Lamar Jackson ain't no hood or street nigga, he kind of got that look. So people fuck with him based off of that. Devin Haney don't got none of that at all.
And he landed inside.
But he was Ryan, and Ryan don't none of that shit.
Hold on, but that's cool for them not to have it. But when the thing also, and Lamar got South Florida behind him, and he landed in the black city in Baltimore, so that always helped. But what you're saying is a great point. Is that anytime you're seen as a guy, a black productive man that carries yourself in a really, really good way, and you just a proper way, then it becomes you're corny.
And another thing too, CJ, that really irks my fucking nerves is I had to explain this to my friend. We agreed to disagree. Is this whole thing that Devin's pretending to be hood, and I don't get how somebody pretends to be hood because of the way that they dress or they carry themselves. First of all, I'm gonna explain something to y'all real quick, and I tried to break this down. So there's a scale that I go on, right? You could be from the hood, right? We all of us on this panel have probably lived in an impoverished neighborhood at one point in time in our lives, right? We all from the hood, right? But you saying that you're from the hood does not mean that you're a gangster. You could be there could be thieves from the hoods. From the hood, there could be gangsters from the hoods. There could be murderers from the hood. There could be drug dealers from the hood. There also could be doctors from the hoods. He may not be from a bad neighborhood. There's nothing wrong with any one of us on this panel having children, taking them out of the community that we came up from and taking them to a better community to live a better life. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if any kid talked to my kid and said they was less of a human being or less black because they didn't grow up on Section 8 or they didn't grow up without one parent missing in their household, I'd literally walk up to that kid and risk jail time slapping the shit out of them. What in the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all got a fucking mental illness or something like that. Where do y'all come off? Because because his pops used to be in the game. I'm not gonna say what game it was because that's none of my business to say that. It's not my place. So because his pops was in the game and took him out of that community up in Oakland and moved him to Vegas and had him focusing on boxing, he's somehow a square. Like, and I'm not talking about a square because ain't nothing wrong with being a square. He's a weenie now. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all is bugged out. Y'all bugged out.
Yeah, but these are the same.
I think these niggas just got a fascination with Tank.
Hold on, go ahead, Tom.
So these niggas, he got like a mysterious aura to these niggas. Like he got
hood street nigga shit, dog.
Like I don't know, he got that. Yeah. I think that's it. And he's not
the crazy thing is, even dudes be meeting right and other dudes like that. That shit lame as hell. And dudes don't be really checking other dudes for all this dick riding and
y'all
degenerate behavior either.
Y'all get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course. Well, it's like with Frank Martin, like when Tank told him he was from the suburbs, he act like he called him gay. I ain't from the motherfucking suburbs. Like we the only community that have that kind of we the only ones that have that kind of destructive behavior when somebody say it's like you shame for having shit. So everybody, the standard of being black is supposed to be broke, have a one-parent household, you know, your mama drive a Pinto and some shit like that. So that's blackness, and that's the brainwashing that comes from television and shit.
Earl.
And what I don't get is
I think Earl was the only one who bucked that whole trend.
Earl got a pass because he was going to the hood and getting co-signed by niggas in the hood.
And what
he was beefing with Mo Free and all that shit too, and all that shit.
Man, that nigga didn't want no parts of Mo 3. That nigga didn't want no parts of Mo 3.
Hold on. And CJ, and hanging out in the hood for Earl, who was a suburban kid, who's from the suburbs, what did that get him last July 29th? Can you remind me?
Yeah. Ass whooping.
Ass whooping by somebody who actually from the fucking hood. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Y'all niggas is dumb. And let me get back to Tank Davis, because let's be real. If y'all don't know, right? I don't know what the statistics are, but let me just, I can only date it back to when I was in college in 2009. This was a little minute ago. I'm kind of old, but I remember back in 2009, Baltimore was the number one drug capital in the world, especially when it came to heroin. Let me tell you this. Gervonta Davis is a professional boxer who makes millions of dollars for a living, right? If Gervonta Davis was so fucking gangster, because that's what he really means, he's a gangster. He about it. If you was really a gangster, nigga, would you be on a podium promoting a fucking fight? No, you wouldn't. You ain't no fucking hood nigga neither. You are a good kid, nigga. You was raised in a gym. Your trainer was that. Your trainer was about that life. Stop playing.
Well, it's the persona, it's the tattoos and all that shit. People be fooled by that shit. Just because you got the tattoos don't mean you street.
Hold up, Town. First of all, the minute that nigga ever ever get knocked up and gotta go take a trip up north, not to county jail, the trip up north, we'll see if anybody give a fuck if he's really a boxer. We'll see how gangster he is. If he gotta
man,
get
that nigga gonna get, bro. He gonna get put in. He gonna get PC'd up, man. That nigga ain't gonna get put in jail, man. Like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, they call him Little Tank Eye. He be somebody's little girlfriend. What you talking about?
That nigga Wayne. When Wayne did a bid, he got put. He didn't get put in general population. He was PC'd up.
I'm on a boxing show, and let me tell you this: I done heard when Mike Tyson went to jail, he done got tried. Nobody gave a fuck that he was no goddamn boxer. So who the hell is this nigga to talk about anybody?
That's just put a target on your back.
Exactly. Who the fuck give about? Who gives a shit about where anybody come from? This is a sport.
Actually, in the sport,
it don't
matter. But in jail, it
let me tell you this. I doubt.
That helps a lot.
I highly doubt. CJ, I highly doubt. Tank even seen somebody get clapped. He never even touched a gun in his life. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He ain't did nothing gangster a day in his life. Because guess what? If he did, he wouldn't be no good boxer. Get the fuck out of here. He wouldn't be no world champion. If you really got caught up in the streets, you'd be like Carl Dargan. You'd still be in the hood trying to figure it out, trying to figure this boxing shit out. One hand in, one hand out. Fuck out of here.
Yep. Frankie Gomez was like that too. Lost a great fighter, went to the streets.
Exactly. Get the hell out of here. You know? This whole thing about, they're pretending to be somebody. They're not hood. They're not this and that. And the people telling me he's not hood, they're not hood either. Y'all pay taxes for crying out loud.
But that's the perception. And you were so funny about it. That's what the girls in our community like, and that's who they usually get with.
You literally got broads.
And that's why our communities is destroyed because of the mentality like that.
You got these retarded ass girls telling me I don't like Devin Haney. He just don't do it for me. One bitch told me that, and her boyfriend is a inmate. What?
Y'all be thinking that shit is sickness. That's a real thing going on here where a lot of women are dating guys that's inmates and they're dating guys that's just got out. I've seen it in the black community my whole life.
It's very toxic.
Go ahead. Yeah. I was that guy that was like Devin Haney. Like, my parents, I wouldn't say a privileged kid, but my parents had a few dollars. They bought me cars, and I really never want for nothing, the need for shit. I got whatever I wanted, and people say, well, they would say little slick shit, and you spoiled and all that stuff.
Niggas used to make fun of me, CJ, because my mother drove a Mercedes Benz.
And that's like that's just how it is. And some people let that complex fuck with them, and then they run off and they want to go prove that they hard and they tough. I went to school with a bunch of niggas like that.
Me too.
I went to, but like to me, it didn't really bother me none. It didn't bother me none. Fuck it.
Like, you know what I used to do when niggas used to try and make fun of me like that? I used to be like, "Are you upset because like I eat dinner every night? Like you want to come? You hungry?" You literally gotta start asking, like, what is it about Devin that y'all don't like?
I don't understand what's the problem. I don't understand why us as black men like Brads and Enriquez and shit. Why can't we come in all different shapes, sizes, and types and this? You know what I'm saying? I just seen this fat Mexican walking this kid with his girl. His girl was bad as hell. He was mad out of shape. Why can't we be a perception of being able to be productive
and be anything you want and be anything you want. Look, for example, I don't even mean to put his business out there. Kofi from Kofi's Universe. Kofi come from one of the worst neighborhoods in Los Angeles. He was literally in the set. I ain't gonna say what set he is. He literally decided, listen, I'm gonna go to college. This man got a master's degree and got his own business, moved out. He still get respect from his neighborhood. They still respect him. If that could happen in the place where gang culture is very prominent, why can't it happen throughout every black community? Why is that so difficult to understand? Why is this a concept that's so hard to fathom? That people
Kobe, I already answered that question. I told you it's the conditioning, what has been presented to us, what has been told to us, based off how we're portrayed in movies, based off how people have these conversations, and based off how we portray ourselves to each other. The love and hip hop shit, the good time shit. That's supposed to be the definition of blackness, and people really believe that shit. when that's not true. It's a fantasy. But then when they have like a 100-year head start to start conditioning us, well, guess what? People are going to really believe it. They don't do that to no other communities but us. Have you ever heard of a white dude saying, hey, man, you're not welcome around here? You know what I'm saying? Because you went to Harvard and all that type of shit. They laugh at shit like us. They laugh at the shit that be going on with us. We think ass backwards, and that's been the problem.
And you know what's crazy, Tom? All right, here's the funny thing. Tank and Devin Haney, they share a friend, right? A mutual friend, Lorenzo Simpson, right? It's funny. I ain't never seen Javante Davis take Lorenzo Simpson, right? And put Lorenzo Simpson on a card. Devin Haney took Lorenzo Simpson to Australia, put him on a card. Lorenzo Simpson was about to lose an opponent at a fight in Atlanta. Devin Haney offered
Mississippi.
I thought it was Atlanta.
Mississippi.
Devin Haney offered the opponent extra money to get in the fight just so that this dude could have a fight to display his talents. Who's a better friend? What type of black person? Who's a better black man, as far as I'm concerned?
Why do y'all keep believing this shit about Tank, man? And I don't even know why his fans really believe that this dude is street. Man, I could tell you. I'm telling you, I'm going to prove to people that Tank is not no real street dude. I'm going to put him in a position where I'm going to prove that he's not a street dude. And I keep trying to tell you, it's our conditioning. Have you ever heard of a white dude telling somebody you're not welcome to join the golf club because you got money? We the only ones that say, well, you know what I'm saying? You have money, so you're not black. Like I said, it's our conditioning. Tank is a fraud, man. The nigga been in the boxing gym since he's like 8 years old. So when did Tank really have time to be moving weight, cutting up dope, working the scale? I'm trying to tell you, Tank, it's a persona with Tank. It's an image. He doing that same CB4 shit. He just, like I said, it's the tattoos, how he talk, and how Tank present himself. The more stupid you act, the more you are accepted by the so-called community. Because like I said before, we've been conditioned to believe blackness is defined by what you don't have versus what you supposed to have. That's the fucking problem. That's been the problem. Straight like that.
And to me, it's very unfortunate that our backwards thinking, and a lot of that it sends kids to go the wrong way, and they want to be street, and they end up having to face some situations they normally wouldn't have to face.
Exactly.
So
yeah, and the bitch died.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
He said, if I'm Devin, I say, well, okay, I read these already. My thing is this, but a lot of it starts with the women in our neighborhood and women who raised us. I told y'all about Dr. T. Hassan Campbell. Check his channel out. Really good brother. Just earned, I think, full professor. And he basically said when his wife died, he asked his granny to call. I'm going to keep telling this story. Hopefully you don't get mad. And he asked his granny, to co-sign the car where he had to pay 30% interest. And she told the nigga to get it out the mud. But had he been going to jail or needed to put her house up for bond or whatever, she would have did it. I seen this shit my whole life, bro, with black people. You know what I'm saying? Where if you need some money for college or you need something to do some money to do something productive, they are like they don't want to give it to you. You ain't got it. But if you go to jail and all that shit, they find the money for a lawyer. They find the money to bond you out. And usually the nigga that they bond out don't never pay him back and get put in jail again. I've seen this time and time again and again and again. Again, they don't do graduation parties when you graduate from college. You barely got people that show up. But when niggas get out the penitentiary, they throwing a whole motherfucking shit dead.
Yeah, I know. They make it look like it's the greatest thing that ever happened. You got niggas that sit up here.
He's the realest nigga ever. He did a bid and he stayed 10 toes down. Oh, yeah.
You got niggas that celebrate that shit. I ain't gonna say no names. You got a few people, and that's another thing. You got motherfuckers that's actually celebrating that they went to prison and shit. Like that's the greatest achievement that they ever did. Yeah, man, I did 10 years. Yeah, man. Check out my YouTube channel with called Prison Stories. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, man, if you don't get your goofy ass out of here with that bull, and people be excited about that shit, like, man, that's what I'm talking about.
We wanting to hear prison stories about how you had to cook up Jack Mac to go eat and enjoy it.
And our women in our community, these are the guys that they go deal with.
These are the guys they do it. Baby boy was a real fucking story. That's not an anomaly, bro.
No,
I'm gonna tell you this. 90% of the women in our community, probably higher, have dealt with guys like that on at least one occasion. I'm safe to say about 2 or 3 times. I was out with a woman last night. She was telling me she had dealt with a guy that was on the run when she was younger and shit. I'm telling you, bro. That's just and that's why a lot of the good brothers they go find women elsewhere, and then when they find women elsewhere, yep. And then it's just to the point he just done the third. He found the shoe that fit him. I'm not gonna put my foot in the size 8 if I wear a size 12 and a half.
Also, you got to remember this, and this is true about the conditioning. A lot of times people want to talk about how the black man has destroyed the black household. It's actually been the black woman because they don't want to hear the truth. Because remember this, CJ, you notice men get conditioned, black men get conditioned to be enablers, where they teach the woman to get out the house and all that shit. But then you see these black women that then raise these black men not to leave the house, not to be productive, and they okay with it. A lot of these black women think of their son as their man, and that's another problem. That's another toxic problem in the black community. We don't want to have these real conversations because black women don't want to be held accountable. All they want to do is sit up here and holler about what went wrong in their life when a lot of the wrong that happened in their life is because of them. It's like this. Why the fuck you would keep having kids by a nigga that got multiple kids by multiple women? Why would you want to be baby mama number 4? And you already know that the nigga really is half-assing it with his other children. What makes you think you gonna be the exception? And then this will be the same bitch that'll sit up there and be saying, well, your daddy ain't shit and he don't take care of you. But you already knew that, but you you chose to open up your legs and basically keep the problem going.
You know it's crazy, Tom. I really know somebody that's baby mama number 4. She just became baby mama number 4 right now.
The chick with Cam Newton.
Oh no, I personally know one too. I personally know one.
We all probably do, and that's
you let them hit it raw, and now you're single, mom. I mean, look at it. Hey, it's been proven. Look at Ebony K. Williams, an old bitch that couldn't keep a man, white or black, and talked all this shit about how she wouldn't date a bus driver, but she resorted to having a baby via a sperm donor.
Isolation by herself, and at the end of the day, this is
a fucking lawyer.
Yep, and at the end of the day, this is what it is, bro. Like, this is just what it is, man. This is what they do. These women, they tell these young these sons and shit to go out there and be a crutch for a woman. They just a crutch.
Exactly.
They don't
be a simp.
Yeah, be a simp, but don't have your own. Live under this leadership, and being under the leadership of a black mother, and they just put you out the house off impulse. It ain't even though, they feel bad, get the fuck out of my house. And then it's like, it's to the point now you starting in debt. They didn't put cable bills in your name. They didn't set you back. I watched a white lady bring her son up to the apartment complex so he can get an apartment. How many brothers and sisters had their mother take them to a complex so they can get their apartment?
I seen more than that. I seen somebody do that, apartment, and then the same get them a car as well.
I guarantee his mother probably paid his rent up from 6 months to 12 months. I guarantee you that shit. But in our community, we get out there and we playing catch up. We playing catch up. Don't got no credit. They kick us out and figure it out. And the white community, they get kicked. They don't kick their kids out. They tell them to get an apartment, pay it for a year or two. Figure it. You need some help. Like, no, not our community, bro. Like there's one thing about single black mother homes. They don't lead to nothing. You don't start off with college, money for college. You don't get a car. 2-parent households and men that run a household leaves you with cars, leaves you with life insurance, leaves you with assets. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least the knowledge on how to get it.
I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, if something was handed down in the black community as far as houses, collateral, cars, insurance money, it started with a man. A grandfather, an uncle. It started with a dude. Women don't leave young men with nothing. Their young children with nothing but debt. They don't leave them. How many of these women we seen like Nas baby mama had all that child support for years, and guess what happened? When the baby turned 18, she was broke. Nothing to show for it. So that's another reason that you got to reconsider who you have a kid with, is because you want to be left with you know, you want to be left with you know, you want to leave your kids with something. And you really only can do that if y'all working together for real. So he's a Tank fan scared of everybody, securing Devin. And I mean, if being so hood and being so gangster, I thought you supposed to take on the world. I thought you was supposed to be fearless. That's crazy.
But you wanted, Tank won every stipulation. He won every advantage that he could have before he get in the ring. But then this is the same dude that loves to pick apart other people's opponents. Like I said, at the end of the day, who did not think he was going to beat Frank Martin? Like I said, Frank Martin was just fighting in ballrooms. Like, so what made you think that, like, let's be real.
When have you ever heard a Tank fight announced and thought that Tank might lose?
Well, exactly. There's not been nobody that Tank has fought that you actually thought that he had a chance of losing against. And that's
the odds on his jump was like minus 700.
And that's by design. That's by design. That's bullshit. Tank has not fought one risky opponent. He's never fought anybody where he wasn't an overwhelming favorite. That is fact. That is fact.
What'd you say the odds was, bro?
Like there was like plus 700 starting off with Frank.
See? How have you ever favored?
So if you bet $10, you get in 70.
Come on, bro.
There you have it.
Come on, bro. He ain't never fought a soul. He ain't never fought a goddamn soul. And to be honest, I ain't gonna lie.
At all.
I believe the Lomachenko bullshit. When I see a press conference, I still think he's fighting Pitbull Cruz.
I don't want to see none of them shows, to be honest.
I don't want to see that shit.
Bro, he done age, and a lot of people don't really know that there's been talks for Tank and Loma for years, but Tank was ducking Loma. Now Loma old as hell, they about 50 years old damn near. Ain't nobody trying to see that. And he ain't no knockout artist. Well, he ain't no knockout artist because every time he's been in with like a top guy like with Haney or Teofimo, he ain't putting them on the ground. So how come all of a sudden Haney and Shakur get accused of being pillow fisted? We don't want to see that fight because they ain't knocking nobody out. But when the last time Loma knocked a top guy out?
You just made a great point because shit, you really just made a great point. I might have lost for words because I never even thought about that when it came to Loma.
I've been saying this about Lomachenko for years. He was one of the most fraudulent so-called pound fighters that I ever seen. This is a dude, keep in mind, this is a dude that he lost to a Mexican fighter that had double-digit losses. He lost his second professional fight, and he was carefully matched. And I'm going to tell you right now, when he fights Tank is going to be an overwhelming favorite. Now, because he's old. This is a dude that had 400 something amateur fights. That's damn near professional fights. So he's gonna.
I think CJ, how much was there in the World's Super Series of Boxing?
How much? What you mean?
How many fights did Lomachenko do in the World Series of Boxing?
And they don't count, but like maybe 4.
So those was actually professional fights. They were like intermediate to keep his eligibility. Him and Usyk was in that tournament.
Yeah, Usyk beat Joe.
Yeah, so is anybody gonna be surprised if Tank knocks out Lomachenko in November or December? I'm not gonna be surprised because at the end of the day, you waited till the dude was like pushing 40.
I ain't gonna be surprised.
You know, so exactly. You should have fought Lomachenko like about 3 or 4 years ago, but you already know the sauce with the PBC fighters. A lot of times when the PBC fighters have a losing record against non-PBC fighters. I'm talking about an overwhelmingly losing record. Every time they cross the street, they get their ass knocked right back to the side of the street they came from. From Errol Spence to Gary Russell Jr. Most of the time, they have a losing record. The PBC has a losing record, an overwhelmingly losing record, especially against Top Rank. Top Rank owns PBC. And head-to-head matchups.
They own them bad. They own them bad.
Damn.
So
they own
this
them
may
bad.
be the exception. So Tank may get lucky come November, but I mean, are we going to be overly impressed if he knocks out Lomachenko? Because we already know Lomachenko flaws. We already know his flaws. He can't
fight on the
and,
back
and,
foot.
and
He don't like body.
Cannot
He don't
take
like
body
body
shots
work.
to save his fucking life.
He don't like body work. And to be honest, we really don't know if that motherfucker got a chin like that because he really ain't been hit, to be honest.
Of course he don't, man. He got dropped by Gary Russell Jr. dropped him, but they didn't count it.
Oh, and so did Linares. Linares dropped him too.
Yeah. And the Linares fight was up. The Linares fight was up for grabs until he stopped him.
And remember, Linares wobbled Devin Haney, and everybody said Devin Haney was chinny. Linares dropped Lomachenko, and ain't nobody said shit.
Hard as hell too. Dropped his ass.
Dropped him.
But why do people give knockdowns like they treat it like he knocked him out? Shit. Joe Frazier got knocked down how many times versus Foreman? Like 6 within the first 2 rounds. And kept getting back up. So we don't care about.
So I'm gonna tell you why that is.
But we don't care about Hart no more. So if you knock a guy,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
That is. That's because the boxing fans back then, they actually had fucking sense. These niggas now is just a bunch of groupies.
I guess Hart don't matter no more.
No, it don't. Not to these niggas.
No, of course not.
Because exactly, because like we know Ryan Garcia knocked down Devin Haney 3 times or whatever, but he was losing almost majority of the rounds.
Exactly,
of every single round. But people only focus on those knockdowns and saying he got his ass whooped. You don't judge a fight by who had the best moments. It's round by round. You get tallied up. You can hit me 1,000 times in the first round. Don't land another punch the last 11. If I land 10 the next 11, I beat you. I'm beating you 11 rounds to 1.
Didn't Marquez get knocked down 3 times by Manny Pacquiao in their first fight? Marquez after the second round won like 8 rounds straight. He won like 8 rounds. He outboxed Manny Pacquiao for like 8 rounds straight. But he got dropped 3 times. But nobody cares about that. They highlight. They do. They focus on people getting put on their ass. If you actually watch that fight, Devin was in cruise control until he started to get dropped. He was winning that fight soundly.
He was winning it easily after the opening bell with that hook. From there on till the time that he got dropped, he was winning that fight easily, even when Ryan was turning his back. And Devin really should have punched him in the back of his head, to be honest. Even when Ryan was turning his back to him, he was controlling that whole fight. With no legs, mind you. Because he still hadn't recovered from that first hook.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, but nobody remembers that though. They keep talking. All they do is put up the memes and stuff of Devin getting dropped and stuff. And then, but the thing is, Ryan Garcia did the Colin Kaepernick versus Tank. Exactly. Soon as the referee said 10, he got up. He was like, "Okay, enough of that. Glad it's over." Mm-hmm. So nobody wants. I mean, he straight went Colin Kaepernick. He took that knee. He was like, "Well, I didn't have enough of this."
And tried to propose.
And watch this. Out of a whole 36-minute fight, you had 3 moments. They were good ones, but that's it. That's all you did that whole entire fight was them 3 knockdowns. Other than that, you was getting clean. You weren't doing nothing at all.
And he didn't even win the 12th round. That's why it was a majority decision. But you got people that'll try to argue with you. They'll try to argue with you and say that Ryan blew him out, which that wasn't the case.
At all.
Wasn't the case.
And anybody who says that, I bet you if you say, show me your scorecard from when you was watching the fight, they ain't gonna have one because they only judging off the moment. They're not judging it round by round. Because when you judge things round by round, you come to a different conclusion as opposed to just watching a fight and see, who caught your eye the most. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these dudes that be talking boxing, like we said, they don't know what they're talking about and they don't know how to score fights. They don't know how to score fights.
People, they'll give you fights if you just throwing punches. Like if you just throwing punches and missing, if they catching gloves, I can't give you points for that. Just because you being aggressive, you got to make something work with it.
And that's where the whole Loma crap comes from with Devin and all of this stuff. And I'm like, what do y'all be watching when y'all watch these fights? I'm done.
Well, listen. For everybody that's sitting up here talking about, the ostarine didn't make that much of a difference. I challenge people. I said, well, I'll tell you what. You can come to the boxing gym I'll go to in Oakland. Let me use the shit Ryan Garcia used, and you sign a waiver You come in there completely clean and you fight me. And if you survive, you promise not to press charges against me. And let me beat the shit out. I guarantee you their opinion to change. It's easy for somebody that sit up there talking behind a computer, acting like they know how science works and shit. None of these dudes have a medical degree. None of these dudes went to medical school. They don't know anything about pharmacy. Probably most of these dudes don't even have a damn job anyway to begin with. So I'm not going to take advice from somebody that drives Uber Eats. But they all of a sudden they know.
Listen, unless you,
they know how PEDs work.
Yeah.
Hey, Town. Quick question, real quick. Yo, Town, how much you weigh?
About maybe 270, but I lost.
All right. So watch this. That same person you telling the fight, say get another 270 nigga and tell him y'all gonna weight cut to 250, and you don't make that cut, but he do. Now y'all fight, bro. How many sly things are we gonna let him get away with it? Since when did it become cool to not make weight?
To just fuck off the weight.
If you fight Floyd and you didn't make weight, he charges you $500,000 per pound you go over. Per pound. Exactly. People say it's not that much. Who would want to lose $500,000?
I'm not trying to lose nothing.
Exactly.
Well, they have weight classes. They have weight classes for a reason. Ask David Benavidez when he was sitting up there fighting a motherfucker that was like 30 pounds bigger than him. Because Boslick had to be like, that motherfucker was somewhere between 205 and 210 to David Benavidez 189. It was a huge size difference.
And he didn't look the way he did against Boo Boo. A smaller guy.
I ain't trying to say nothing about Boslick, but from what I was told, he's managed by, Eddie Reynoso. I mean, you draw your own conclusion.
And then guys like Tank and them and Devin and them, they're on the lower end of like the weight classes. So those weight classes are more closely together. So it's only like 4 and 5 pound differences per weight class. And he was 3 pounds more than 50% over. What's the difference in between the weight classes? Like you go 35 to 40. He was 3 pounds over. That's more than 50%.
And then took an IV on top of that to rehydrate. So he was fully at full weight.
No correction. He took it to mask the other shit that he had taken.
Exactly.
Along with smoking the marijuana.
Exactly. And drinking
beers.
And even if for the people who say it wouldn't have did nothing, he attempted to cheat. Like, come on, dog. He attempted to cheat.
He cheated.
And that's fact. That's fact.
Exactly. It's a fact that he cheated. And then
let me ask y'all this. How do you accidentally cheat when every lie that you came up with got debunked? This motherfucker failed 5 drug tests. How do you fail 5 drug tests accidentally?
Town, hold on. Remember the day
Explain that to me, please.
Town, remember the day that he popped hot? He posted a vitamin and said that's what it was. What was it? The ashwagandha, CJ?
That's ashwagandha.
And look, the company came out and said that's false. Then he came up with a new story. My shit is contaminated. He sent the shit with duct tape wrapped around it. They tested it. And guess what? They said that's false. Then the company came out and said that didn't happen because this lot number, we tested the lot number and found no other contamination. It can't be true. And magically, and I really don't give a fuck because all y'all a little bit too remorseful and too quiet with y'all words. I don't give a shit. When that didn't work, he said, I'm going through something because my mama's sick. Well, guess what, nigga? Everybody's mama's sick. Who gives a fuck? That don't change the fact that you're cheated. He cheated. And
exactly.
It wasn't just the ostarine.
Yeah, remember they said that they found 2 banned substances, but they said the other one was inconclusive. That's where the IV came in. It kind of like
IV came. Remember? Yeah. And look, and when the whole my mama thing wasn't working, guess what? Oh, this boxing game is so corrupt and dirty. I retire. Where in the
because
hell?
Of you? Because of you? No. Remember, he also said before that. He said Jesus told him that he was gonna put. I mean, I've never seen a dude that used so much profanity tell people to suck his dick, and then he says thank you, and then
get his ass
and then says thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he loves somebody, all right, but it ain't the Most High. But
Hey, and he was high as a kite at that card game in Vegas.
Yeah,
high
raging
as
alcoholic, raging cocaine addict. Voice.
I mean, that's why Garfield the cat like him so much. We ain't gonna say his name. That's why Garfield the cat like him so.
Yeah,
they have something in common.
Hold on, voice always hoarse. What that mean? You be doing on your spare time when your voice always hoarse?
Smoking.
Nah, snorting.
Snorting.
Voice always hoarse. But we supposed to believe that
all you got to do is listen to Tyson Fury how he be talking. I mean, it's no secret about Tyson Fury. He's on video saying he finna go snort some lines. So I mean, you seen he passed out.
And we supposed to believe that he a clean fighter.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. What you say?
Okay. Like Blueface say, yeah,
okay, like Blueface say, what did he say, Town?
He say, yeah.
I gotta appreciate y'all for coming on. I put this up in the morning
Salute.
podcast.
Peace, y'all.
Appreciate y'all.